This is a special video, and it's going to just be separate. This isn't about a whole lot of other things. I was looking at how to do this, and I went a little long, so I'm just going to re-record it and try and keep this a little shorter because this is not about some of the usual stuff. But I got off the phone with Brett, and we were talking about things like, let's see if I can show it over there. You can't see it really well from over here, but you know, there's wood filler going out a couple inches from that socket. And it's a big tent that really, it's too big to be filled with wood filler. And there's a few other places around here. Most is just like saw marks and things like that. But when I brought it to their attention, they're insistent they are going to pay for last minute plane tickets. And you know how expensive those are. And guess what? They're a lot more expensive coming to a place like this. And they're going to ship stuff out here, and I know he's coming. It sounded like he was saying maybe there's a cruise, maybe like more people. I'm not sure. Even just if it's just him, still, it's a ridiculous amount of money to fix what is ultimately a cosmetic problem. None of this stuff makes my house unlivable. It's frustrating, yes, to look at that, especially with the brand new house. And but they're gonna send someone out here to fix all that, which I think is pretty awesome and amazing. I think it should. Yeah, I knew that they've done stuff like that before with people who had, like a water pipe, had leaks, things that could actually make your house something you can live in. But they did that here. So, anyways, I figured I would come up here and sort of laze back in what will soon be my bedroom, hopefully. Well, that's the other thing. I mean, as I'm talking to him about it, I was talking about what needs to be done still, and where I am in what I'm doing, and that I don't have any stuff hooked up yet because all my stuff's gonna need to be sort of hardlined. I could probably do water by itself, but not sewer because I'm doing hardline to sewer, and there's only so much flexibility in that, and there's not much point in hooking up water and not having sewer. But anyways, and I was telling him because I need to get a foundation done, and I'm still working on figuring out who to do that and to do it right and everything. And he was like, well, hey, I could get that set up from here. So I'll find somebody and we can get them out there and we can do it and all this and lay a slab for you. And I'm like, now you're just being ridiculous. This is well outside of any scope of anything that they would ever have an obligation to do. But they are dedicated to having happy customers, and I think as long as they keep that dedication. But part of that too, one of the things I wanted to touch on, I picked Incredible Tiny Homes because I knew that if something for some reason they did it horribly wrong, like they just got it completely wrong, not like this at all, like actually truly I could not live in the house wrong, I knew that they would fix it. I knew that there would be no problem with it. But when you're looking, when they're even gonna pay to have somebody come out here, not like, hey, well, we'll ship the boards, or we'll have somebody send you some boards. We'll order boards in at the nearby Lowe's, and we'll pay for a carpenter. No, they're gonna fly somebody out here last minute to fix a purely cosmetic issue on a house that, when it comes down to it, I paid more or less the cost of a really nice camper, and not like a pop-up camper, a nice pop-up camper. Not like a really nice camper. You can't get motorhomes for essentially, I think with everything extra that I added on, and not including transportation, I'm pretty sure that I didn't break 35,000. If I did break 35,000, it wasn't by a lot. And that included like having them do a finish on the outside and things like that. So I don't have to worry about the house being weatherproof while I'm finishing up stuff inside. And for that value, they're willing to come out here and fix stupid little cosmetic things. I think that's amazing. I think it shows a dedication that you just really can't compare to other things. And I think it shows a mentality towards the reason why they're in business that unfortunately isn't necessarily as common as it should be. I worry about them a little bit. I hope to God, this doesn't like hurt them financially to do something like this. But dang, guys. I feel bad if this pushes back any other stuff that they gotta get done back at the shop. But I hope they grow, and I hope that people take from this that you can buy from Incredible Tiny Homes with a great degree of faith, because that's not the only reason why I chose Incredible Tiny Homes. Randy is, I think, like for a lot of people, a very clear and obvious reason why you would pick to go with Incredible Tiny Homes. Here's a guy who does definitely know what it's like to lose everything and to be at a place in his life where he had basically the kindness of friends, and that was about it, and to build back up from there, and who has expressed a real heart cry to make sure that other people who have dreamed of having a place of their own all their lives, to having something that is actually theirs, that you can put whatever crazy, color on the inside of the wall that you want, or that you can have arranged the way that you want, and that you can live in a way that makes sense and isn't full of unnecessary stuff that owns you instead of you owning it. And I'm going off on tangents here, but he is someone who I genuinely believe does want to help people. And a part of why he's in business is not just to build a successful business, which obviously that's part of it. It's certainly not to get rich, because he's totally not going towards that goal. It's to help people, it's to have a successful business, it's to have something that makes a difference, that makes people's lives better. And I think that comes through sincerely. And so that's part of the reason why they were a company I wanted to do business with. And I feel a little bad because I feel like I'm probably getting more benefit out of doing business with them than they're getting out of doing business with me at this point. But I would definitely encourage anybody to go with Incredible Tiny Homes. Even with, I'm the classic kind of person who can go buy something at the store and then spend the next week wondering if really, did he need it? Was that really something I should have bought? Was it just, And I have never at any point at all so far regretted in the slightest going with Incredible Tiny Homes. I think that I'm very pleased, and everybody who's seen my home thinks that it looks really cool, even if they can't imagine living in space this small and all that. People are like, well, okay, that does make sense. You're living by yourself in a 20-foot, I couldn't imagine if you were with somebody else. And I don't have the heart to tell them that I know people through the internet who have two people living in an 18-foot home. I don't know. Everything's relative. But, again, as much as I probably repeat myself, I like Incredible Tiny Homes. I like, and not just Randy, the people I've dealt with there, Brett, Kate, Sherry. If I'm dealt with you and I'm forgetting your name, I feel horrible. Those are the people I've dealt with the most. Matt, who is a separate business but works very closely with them. These are people who are genuine, and it's genuinely good in a way that if you meet people who are that genuine, you can sometimes sort of be like, because you get so used to so much of the world not being that way. And I have absolutely no doubt in my mind or my heart that these are incredibly genuine people who just want to do their best. They want to have a quality product, and they want people to be excited about what they make for them, and they want to do it at a price that people can afford. And I think that's a noble way of living, and I admire all of them for it. I just hope that they only continue to grow and have more success, because I think that the more business there is out there being done the way that they do business, frankly, the better off the whole world is going to be. So that's my personal opinion. It's way sappier than I normally feel comfortable doing on something like a video, and now if you watch all the way here, you have spent 9.5 minutes staring at my sorry face. Sam Jones. I forgot to mention Sam Jones. So I figured I'm driving back to Libby right now from Troy. Troy's where my house is at. Libby is where I'm still living in the Evergreen Motel there, which is a great place, but I'd like to be in my own house, obviously. But so I'm going to do some gratuitous Montana scenery. and mention that Sam Jones is another person who has been kind and helpful to me for a long time. And there's a car coming, so it's gonna get noisy, so I'll talk to y'all later.